This is everything this book teaches about that migration time period.
The book doesn't tell any story. It's a list of facts to memorize.
Hold the hell here.
I wish it told me of their experience. What did they feel? What was it like? Aren't decisions like this important?
So when I hand over the wagon train to you, who do I hand it to?
It's going to get harder today.
Wagons home!
He gave you a baby?
Yep.
Everybody, when Cecily and Espen come into the train with that, it changes the lives of everybody on that train.
He needs help! Isn't it more dangerous?
I mean, why take the harder road when you don't need to?
What's the point of going down the hard road?
Why are we on this wagon trip? Are we here to get to the end? Are we here to get as far as we can in one day?
No.
We're here for the experience.
Okay.
Early the next morning, I get up and the leaders are out. They're working. They're doing the work. And so I began to then coach them on leadership.
How's it going now?
Just everything? Or
Yeah, well, you're a leader. Are you a leader?
Well, not really. I've been working on this, but I kind of have to.
Who's the leader in your group? I'm confused now.
They're all.
You're a leader or you're not? Are you a leader?
I am.
Okay, 'cause that confused me because I thought you just said no, I'm not.
Well, I'm not leading right now. I'm working on this.
Is that the best way to lead?
No.
Is to lead and not lead right now?
No, but there's the people in my group are cutting grass or working with the baby or taking down tents.
So everybody's working.
Yeah.
Are you managing that?
No, but this wouldn't get done if I.
True, but while you're doing this, are you noticing whether or not that's being done? What's this guy doing right here?
Looks like he's about to have
Okay. You started out this morning doing all the work.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not too long.
Is it easier to do the work, or is it yourself, or is it easier to lead the work?
Sometimes it feels easier to do it yourself.
The hard road is to lead.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like an oxymoron, doesn't
Yeah, I
it?
know.
Wait, are they finished with
But it kind of feels bad to just dish it out to everyone. Like, you do this and I'll just sit around and watch you do it.
But you won't.
Yeah.
What will you do?
Just go over there and manage it.
Yeah.
Work on this. And
You don't have to sit and watch one person because you're managing lots of things. So you need to do this, and then you disappear.
Yeah.
And go and check on that. And then you disappear and go and check on that. They're not following you around. They've got no clue what you're doing. Except they have a clue that you're managing. But if you say, you go do this, and I'll stand here and watch you. Well, one of you's not needed.
Yeah.
Well, unless the other person can't figure out, I need to do this. So you go into the mode of doing the work for them. Because it feels like you're fulfilling a task. Leadership is a task.
Okay.
And it's a void, and it's a hard thing to do because the world is filled with people who would rather do it themselves or don't want to do anything at all. And needing people who can go, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. You do this, I'll make sure it's all happening. I'll be the conductor. Throw the conductor on, and what happens?
The orchestra, the band or orchestra comes.
The conductor's not making any music at all. Okay. So notice when you get sucked away to do work, I don't disagree that sometimes you have to watch out there. That sometimes you have to step in and do something. But when you're doing that, you're looking, and you're looking. What are my people doing? Is the work getting done? Do I need to stop this and say, you come and take over this, because I'm leaving? Okay. Are there any adults taking over right now? Because they did this morning, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Are there any right now taking over?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because we're doing it.
If you fill the void, they won't. If you leave a void, they'll jump in. You want them to do that? They're efficient.
Yeah.
They'll get you down the road. All right, so what's your goal then? You're a leader, you should have a goal.
Yeah. To get to our town.
What's your immediate goal?
Finish the work that needs to be done here.
Personally?
Overall.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Okay. Conduct.
Okay. Here you go. Okay, hold on. I need to make sure. Espen.
Hey guys.
You want to go the other side?
She's not really tall enough.
She's got arms that reach above her head.
Okay,
You can go and help them.
go like that. Try to.
Do you guys want?
Yeah, good.
Here.
Are all the answers red and water?
Easy.
No. Okay, but everything else is water.
Yeah, I'm willing to give some advice here.
Okay. I'll take it.
Look who's doing the work right now.
Leaders. Yeah, I noticed that too.
That may be what you want.
No, but I told everyone to get out, but they take forever.
And?
That's not good.
So you just let them win. It's like letting the mules and the oxen have their way. They need guidance. Okay.
Guys, we need to get up right now. Me and Davis are the only ones working right now, and that's how it's been all week. We get up first and we do all the work. We're your leaders. I know, but I'm just saying that you need to hurry because we have a lot of work to do, and we can't be doing all the work. So as soon as possible, please get out of here. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Can you do that later? Is that possible? Can you read your letter later?
It's spilled.
Used to fix it.
Yeah. Ashton, can you hold the baby for a second? Oh, here's a diaper.
I almost lost the monitor last night.
I'd be willing to make another notice in front of you if you're interested.
Okay.
Well, look what you've just done. Notice what you two have just done. I mean, I can notice it for you, but I want you to try and notice first. What?
Yeah, just done?
Yeah, what have you just done? What did you just go and do? What did you just go and do?
I just told them to get out of their wagon because we need help out here, and the leaders shouldn't be doing all the work.
And then what did you do?
I walked away.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I went back to work.
So why would they need to get up? Because they know you will do all the work. And it's okay for you to do all the work because it's fulfilling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But then you've quit leading.
Yeah.
It's all right. I don't want to make you change your leadership. I just want you to notice the effect that it's having.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're being leaders? Not if nobody's following. Huh? Okay.
Anyone out?
Guys,
I'll tell the boys to
get out of your wagons. You take forever.
What if you walked into that?
we do it?
You can?
Yeah.
Then they don't need
No
to,
one else is doing
then they don't need to get up.
They could do other things.
Yeah, they are. Staying in bed.
They could clean up camp more.
Okay. If you're working, what's your attention on?
Working.
But
Not leading.
and what?
And not on leading other people. And making sure that they're doing their jobs. Okay.
I could have awakened this morning and fed and watered the animals. I was pretty busy this morning keeping them from tearing things up because they were really hungry. But then what would you do?
Stayed in bed.
Yeah. Right? Now you're in that same position I'm in. What would happen if you walked into that tent and handed those guys these buckets and said, get up, ready or not, those animals need to be fed?
They probably wouldn't move.
We'll see.
Then you have to do it. So. Hey, we need to feed the animals.
Okay. Well, Davis, I have to take my contact.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Alright, he's fine.
Espen, are you getting dressed? Or are you dressed? Come on, Espen, just get out for now. You can.
Jason, give me 1 minute, maybe 2, and I'll be out.
It's hard to do this, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard not to do all the work.
It is.
Because you can be efficient. You can get it done. And they all sit around and go, yeah, good leadership. No, thanks, slave.
Yeah, so get people to walk. Where are Erica and Ashling? Erica? I don't know. Ashling and Espen, can you guys go get water, please? No?
Get your shoes. Dump that over.
Workhorses have a reputation of being strong workhorses. If somebody calls you a workhorse, most people would think that that was a compliment, and it is. It was usually isn't intended that way, but for a person who is a mule skinner and knows the characteristics of horses and mules in comparison, they know that a mule can outwork a horse. It can outlast a horse in endurance and in strength. And so if you're called a workhorse, it's sort of because of the symbolic glory of horses. Who wants to be called a mule? If you're a work mule, you're a worker. you got the stamina and you keep at it and you work logically. You know when the work should stop. You don't take the work home with you. They know when to stop. The horse will take the work home with them and kill themselves.
Now, to be a workhorse sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? It would be better to be a work mule. You know, you heard what the animal seller said. A horse is a horsepower. A mule is a horsepower and a half, and an oxen is 2 horsepower. And you saw that yesterday on that hillside, didn't you? And those mules took on a lot of extra work because the horses wouldn't. Don't be troubled like the horse. Or the mule, who has to have a bit and a bridle to stay in its track. Somebody controlling you. Somebody controlling you. Don't be ornery like the horse, or the mule who needs a bit and a bridle to keep you doing what needs to be done and control you to stay on track.
Each other. Could you compliment somebody in the work that they've done? Who would you nominate as somebody who's worked hard?
I saw Davis. He was pulling the rope up and down.
Jason always. Yeah, Jason is always working. Although Mandy has been in a lot of pain, she is pushing herself. Even though she really doesn't want to walk a lot, she does do it. Hannah, she's been harnessing and unharnessing mules and horses for a long time.
And Ryan, he has been helping, even though he might not want to help, he's been helping.
And always after he finds out if there's anything to do, and
he
if he's
does
holding
it.
the baby, he'll try and help.
When we were bringing the wagon down yesterday, Aspen, I could tell that he was working really hard.
And that was a useful shift for me, from going motivating through a negative approach to motivating through the positive approach and asking people to basically a word in season that it lifts the spirit.
Kind of hard to do this when you think, I don't want to say something nice because I just want them to work harder. And if I say they're doing a good job, they'll think I'm doing just fine and they'll stop right there. This is a hard thing to do, isn't it? And yet, how does it feel to have somebody say to you, I noticed you were doing something that has benefited the whole group. How does that feel to you?
Feels good.
It's like tying a rope on the tongue of the wagon in front of the oxen or in front of the horses and saying, let me give you a little share of my energy, a little share of my hope and courage, and then they step up. The horses made it up the second hill.
Yeah, we were in a standstill.
We were at a standstill, and they made it up the second time without having to be taken off, without the mules having to be brought in. You stepped in and gave them what they needed. Is this kind of like that? You gave them some affirmation. They said, you let them know you're not in this alone. We will exert energy for you. And then the horses said, we'll try a little harder now. And hopefully that's what this is for.
The whole camp spirits rose, and it uplifted, it enriched the wagon train.
The covered wagon, a 30 square foot, 1-room rolling cabin, was a standard form of travel. It provided shelter, security, a bedroom, a closet, a pantry, kitchen, tool shed, and hitching post. It served as an infirmary for medical needs and a focal point for community.
Have you ridden in it yet?
In the wagon?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I rode once in the wagon.
What was that experience like?
At first, I thought the wagon was like, I guess more for comfort. You could just sit in it, lazy on it, while the driver just pushes you. It felt extremely bumpy. And I guess I didn't like it that much because it was kind of stuffy hot there too, inside the wagon. While outside, even though it's dusty, you feel the cold breeze. And I always thought wagons had seats for some reason.
All right, I gotta rest these guys just a minute. And what does that create for a problem for me?
For you? Getting behind? Yeah. not being able to contact the other wagons if you have a problem.
I don't, do I? Look how far ahead of us that wagon is. And where are the other wagons?
Ahead of them.
Get up. Now, if you were a leader, do you think you would have thought, we should make sure that everything's going well from front to back on the train? Or do you think you might have been doing the same thing they are?
I probably would be doing the same thing they were.
You see that we've gotten into sort of a rhythm or a flow of just going and not noticing and not looking back.
Yes.
Get up, come on. See, they just stopped. They need a rest.
And maybe like running wild, kind of.
In fact, they just stopped here in the queue.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not just doing this to try to be annoying to anybody. These guys saying, look, we need to stop and rest.
Yeah.
Hey there now. Hey, hey. Hey. Easy there.
Oh.
The horse is giving us trouble.
Yes, they are, but at the same time, they do need rest.
And what are we doing about it as a wagon train?
Nothing really. We're just pushing them forward.
Pushing us forward. Why did you guys turn around and go backwards yesterday on the trail?
Well, mainly because we wanted to have the experience. We were talking about why we were not here to just race across the desert, not to just hurry up, but to get a full experience. And we wanted to try to get the fullest experience we could get.
Is it still happening?
No, not really.
What's
I don't think so. They're trying to, well, I know up ahead they want to just go, and try to get to the next campsite. They've gone 5 miles.
I got trouble. Hang on to this. Hurry up.
Oh.
Easy. Okay.
It is so hard to be the guide and wait for an invitation to guide. To watch 4.5 hours go tick, 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 tick by and know that they could make it out. And know they could make it out if I grabbed control and forced it and started bossing around saying, all right, you guys hook this up. All right, you guys come with this. All right, it's time for you to go get your wagon. It's time to move. It's time to do this. It's time to do that.
Okay, just jerking around like he is and being frustrated like he is.
Ho, ho, ho.
You know what ornery is now? What is it?
Troublesome.
Troublesome. Do you know how some of this trouble could be fixed?
That isn't what I brought him out here for. I brought him out to hand it to him, to train it to him first. I brought him out to train them, to give them all the skills they needed to run their wagon train life for at least one day. And they've had all the pieces come together in good moments all through the week. They've had their struggle moments, but they have had good moments all through the week. And I've spoken to them about those good moments. It's running efficiently. This is going well. They've chosen leadership. That's a positive move. It is so hard to not take over.
The other ones going ahead, them not being able to see, they want to go and catch up, but they can't, so they're getting fussy about it.
But what's the outcome? The outcome is what a great teacher you are, Mr. Vixie. See how they accomplished your goal for them. You must be a very good teacher because they went through the struggle. They've run the train now, and now look, it's running efficiently. Huh. You look at any office of adults. You look at any corporate group of adults. This still happens.
And these people up ahead have left us with a fight. Haven't they?
Yes, they have.
They're leaving us with a fight.
To get ahead,
no matter what.
Ho, ho. We didn't do anything about it, and we just went into our old rhythm of plotting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stand. Stand. Pull those reins back. I'm going to jump back up on your feet. Pull the reins back. Easy. Easy, Fred. Easy.
Easy. Ho.
Ho. Easy.
Ho, ho.
Ho. Ho. Stand. Stand.
Ho, ho, ho.
Get up. And they've left us with some horses that are getting ornery. Do you think they knew all of this was potentially possible?
I don't think so.
Or have the horses only been behaving well the whole time?
No, they have not been behaving well the whole time, but
Attaboy.
I don't think we were really thinking about it. Sometimes we
Get
just
up.
don't want
Get
to
up.
think about it.
Mine is right.
Oh.
Not a fun thing to do with horses. Hang on there. Put your seatbelt on. Not a fun thing to do with horses that are being ornery, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's some wagons ahead.
Yay. 1, 2, maybe 2.
Oh,
One.
look.
Ah, there they come back.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, come on. You want to drive? You want to drive?
No, not really.
Why not?
Is everything okay?
No, everything isn't okay. We've been slowing down a lot, and we're getting separated now. These horses are getting troublesome, and we've been stopping on the road many times. And then that last hill was kind of hard for them too, so.
Yeah, the wagon that we were with, they totally sped up and left us behind. The front 2 wagons kept going.
Yeah, we needed help, but there was nobody in sight, so that's
Yeah,
all.
we should have communicated to the front 2 wagons. They're too far away to yell though.
Well, we've been stalling a lot, and right now they're getting kind of feisty.
Kinda.
They are very, very feisty, and they're starting to like jerk around a lot and move backwards.
No. What do you want us to do about that? The effects are obvious. What do you want us to
We
prevent
would
them?
try to do what you're doing right now, and then we need to lead them over to the wagons.
Okay. Get up. Get up, get up. Lead them forward. Come on, get up, get up.
Come on, come on.
Get up.
Hurry up.
I think that because of this problem, we need to put people at the back and at the front, like at each wagon, and make sure that we're staying together, and so that if you need help with the horses, that they can be ready to come up.
You picked it right there. Perfectly well said. I had trouble. I handed the reins to Janelle and said, "You drive. This is too hard." She said,
I don't think I would be able to if they got out of control.
and I had nobody else to talk to. Now I noticed you came back. I noticed Estelle came back. Boy, was that a relief to see. We were around that corner because we didn't even know you guys had stopped here. Why did you stop?
Because we noticed that you weren't there.
Thank you. When did you notice?
I looked back and I couldn't see you guys, and it was about right behind your wagon when I noticed, and so I told Mr. Nystrom, stop, I can't see the last wagon. And then he said, okay, let me get to a level spot, and we got there, and then
Why'd you do that? You're not even a leader.
Davis told me to.
Davis told you to.
He said, oh, there's no back wagon, we should probably stop the wagon train.
Davis, when did you notice?
I looked back and I knew I could see that wagon, and then in the distance I could see that wagon, but I couldn't see your wagon.
Espen, do you need to be the leader to do that?
To do what?
To notice that we're behind, or that anything's going on that needs attention. Do you need to be a leader for that?
No.
Did you see what's happened when you got leaders? And perhaps that's why that one man said, your guidebook said, make no captain.
When there's someone in charge, they usually do the work, because it's easier to do the work yourself than having to tell someone to do it and make sure they're doing it the way you wanted them to. And there are other people that might have really good input, but if the leaders just make their decision on their own, then you would never get their input.
Yesterday, the girls were talking about how we wanted the experience when we went into the cave and why we went into the cave, where the letters were. But now it seems like our focus has changed again, and it's kind of like plodding along. Instead of going and having the experience, it seems like we just want to go ahead and get things done and go, go, go. Right now, I think my feelings are that even though you don't have to go slower because of that reason, but we just need to make sure that we're all not like skipping important things because we just have to go, and not observing our surroundings and finding out that maybe one wagon is behind the others and that we need to stop and wait for them.
Okay, I think we need to station people at each wagon before we go. There needs to be people at the back and people in the front and people at each wagon.
I'll stand back.
I would say no more than like 2 people in the front so that they don't start like, and the people in front always need to be looking.
Especially the drivers. They kept speeding up, and at a point they got wow. We were trying to call ahead, but you were too far ahead to run and too far ahead to call.
Okay. So let's do 1 leader. I'll stay at the back with Mr. Bixby, and you 2 station yourselves at like in between that one and in between, and maybe one at the front. So like, and then the rest of you guys like spread out. Okay.
Get up. Attaboy. They got to pull together at the same time.
You know, if this were a business, if this were an occupation, you wouldn't have made much money this week. If this were a ministry, if this were a group of people working together for a product or a project, your project would not have been finished today. You might have missed your deadline. This isn't just about kids. It's about people that work in a school together as a community, a culture. It's people who work in a church. It's people who work in a Taco Bell. It's people who work together and have needs and have desires for comfort. Where are they going to get that? Now, they can't all come out here. Maybe they'll see it by seeing these kids. They'll see these kids and they'll go, that's going on in our office. We're acting like kids. That's not a diss, because the birth of wisdom is right there at any age.
Over there. Yeah. With the guy kind of holding his backpack like this. Looks like he could have a long beard and like a little stuff.
The big nose, long nose, and the big chin. Go!
What business, what corporation, what occupation really wants to take the time to train their people to be leaders? Who can afford that? They've got a product to put out. They have money that has to be made. They have to have efficiency. And business is seeking people who have learned it somewhere where the time can be invested. It's looking for people who have already gone through that struggle without having to punch in a time clock or without going on a salary and struggling through while the business goes. This is a place for that to happen. This is a place where we can invest in the students understanding how to make good decisions. So I'm advising you. Now you're making the decision. You can take as long as you want to live in the wilderness to make that decision as you can.
Okay. Are we going to be in 2 different groups, or are we eventually going to have to choose one road?
How to work at teamwork. How to set a goal.
We get behind schedule and we have to go more and we have to work harder each day.
Awake before 6 o'clock and then assess how they're doing along the way.
Let's press on before night comes.
And it doesn't come, that doesn't happen with automatic success. It comes with the heat of a day baking down and you're going, wow, I could have made a better decision back there. Lucky me, I get to start over. Lucky me when I'm 23, I get to start over. Lucky me when I'm 33 and I'm working for you at your business. I've gone through this and And now I got an idea how to do the teamwork, how to problem solve, how to know what my resources are and to value those resources, and how to assess progress towards a goal, stay on task, to work, to actually work through the day. To get up, to notice what needs to be done without somebody coming and telling me, this needs to be done and you're the one to do it. To notice where my authority is and where it ends. And all of that is happening, or it's available right here. And no business has to fail because that was practiced on there. No business has to have a profit loss because it was practiced on their time clock.
But more important than preparing these travelers for a life of work and a tedious trudge to the end is the need to equip them with the important tools that will awaken enthusiasm and wonder and breathe purpose into their spirits. The flow of life is filled with twists and turns, comings and goings, and unexpected happenings, with lessons to be learned and gifts to be received. Successful people do hard things that others are unwilling to do. They don't see failure as an opposite to success, but as a part of it. And they allow challenge and hardship to grow into persistence and resilience to life's bumps and breakdowns, and into an inner compass of wisdom. Happy people have less stuff. They give more and take less. They enrich and affirm others more. They engage in interesting, absorbing activities and lose themselves in time. They're interdependent, not independent. They're more grateful, and hardest and most valuable of all, they are more forgiving. They are a bit more humble, a bit more brave, and a bit more bold to take the less traveled paths. Happy people believe all life matters and should know love. They make relationships a priority because they know that a happiness wagon is worth nothing without a team to pull it.
Now you're really enjoying this? Good.
Like 1 second, I'm so happy with Mr. Vixie and he has such good things to say. Another minute, I'm so mad at him. It just doesn't make sense. But I really don't get it. Maybe it's just because I'm a teenage girl. Thank you for reminding me that you're there. It's a mule. I called it a donkey the other day.
I don't know. You finished? Huh? Then it like.
Stop hitting me.
Well, because when.
Don't still hold,
Come on. Okay, I think it's finished. Are you guys?
I can't believe they're actually drinking this kind of water.
Can I get up here?
What is that? Yes.
Erica, oh, you're gonna.
I'm hardtack, honey, and blueberries.
Mine's better.
Very gourmet.
Here we oh, we have water. John, just another go
I got some.
A mind stretched by a new experience will never return to its old dimensions. While it's important to learn of the lives of those who have passed before us, to walk a short distance in their shoes broadens the mind's horizon to empathize with those of similar experience.
Being engulfed in dirt, that was the experience of the trail. I mean, there's thousands of these people and this stuff is everywhere. Yeah, it's not in the textbook. They don't talk about it so much like that. They talk about 200 pounds of flour, this is what they took. Their survival did depend on each other. They always chose a leader. I guess they didn't have room in the textbook to say, sometimes not.
There's no telling what you'll find ahead. You are here now. The wagons will move forward in life, and there will most likely be troubles ahead. There will be successes. There will be struggles. But those struggles will develop patience. Patience will develop perseverance, and perseverance will build your character. To effectively educate minds, you must engage them so they will think. Empower them to make decisions. Inspire them to bear responsibility. If you invest the time to draw meaning from life's experience, you can better prepare them to meet life's challenges. If you teach them to value the guidebook of those who have traveled the road before, the riches they find will be fulfillment and beauty in their journey. Happiness is not just getting to the finish line, it's all the moments in between that have truly shaped who you are.
What's going on, Devon?
This is crazy.
Probably won't be the first time.
That little bike is rad. We're totally gonna have to commandeer that for everything we shoot from here on.
They're gonna hit a rock off of Christian's face like it's a golf tee. This is really, really dumb.
So Tom just drove by and had his arms up in the air like everything's okay. So we're hoping that that's a good sign that they're alive and that everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, we should plan before we do this next time.
Okay, so here's the RV. Now, notice there's the trailer. RV trailer. Now here's this big ditch that we were trying to get it through. But it's stuck. We can't get it to make this turn to continue down the path. And the reason I can't do that is because you have to go around the trailer. There was no way we could have known the trailer hitch got buried so deep into the dirt.
This is amazing. Look at this. This is amazing. This is amazing. We've been getting amazing footage today. I'm blown away. The beauty, the horses, the wagons, everything. It's amazing.
Yeah. I laid down, put my hat on, and next thing I woke up, the light was gone, and my camera was shut off. So I don't know what happened.
Oh, nice.
This is our transport vehicle guy right here. Christian.
What if we had poked a hole in the water thing and emptied all the water right here? That'd be bad.
Ah!
That's
Look
nice.
at all that water.
That was nice. Put that on Tommy. It's really dry right there. That's really what Not really.
Okay, hold. Good job, Christian. You were the tongue holder guy.
Jacking the wheel.
This all started out with kind of a one little biff on the bike. And I have a little bit of road rash from it. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, we thought, oh, hey, yeah, this is fixable. And then throughout the week. More people crashed this thing, more people dumped it, until it actually fell off the back of one of the trailers and was actually dragged probably a couple of miles. As a result of that, totally busted off this, dented his whole thing. But surprisingly enough, man, this thing still runs, which is rather amazing. But I mean, this was a nice bike when it first started, and whose bike is this? This is Dave Vixie, the leader of this whole thing, and I mean, he took it very well, and he just said, "Oh, that sucks," and actually wasn't too upset about it, but he needs a new bike.
Yeah.
Oh. Right there.
Huh, more. I have it on my wrist already. Should I take it?
No.
How much do we need?
How would we ever know?
We don't. So I'll take it.